Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? We at week 15. You know what it is. It's me, your man Trey, the commish. I got my man CC, the people coach. We coming with y'all live and direct Thursday night football manifest. Rams versus the Seahawks is about to be some furniture moving in the NFC West as the winner presumably is going to be the number one overall, well, at minimum, the NFC West champion. CC, what's good with you this morning, my brother?
Man, it's all right to see. Check it. This game, yeah, um, big things could happen. If Seattle win this game, then that opens the door to San Fran to step in there. If the Rams can shut everything down tonight. They can shut it down tonight. I don't know what Puka Nakua's celebration was, but they found it offensive or whatever. He had to
Anti-Semitic.
apologize. He had to apologize for it. I don't know what it was. I don't want to repeat it, but man, uh, we can't just find decent celebrations. We gotta find offensive
So
ones.
I think one of the things is I think Puka Nakua is getting like the Nakua family has been in trouble all the week long. His brother
Right.
got picked up. His brother plays for the UFL, and his brother got picked up, arrested for unlawful usage of a vehicle where him and his man stole one of the Therio, the Los Angeles Laker guard rookie, stole his SUV
Mm.
and went and took it to a party at a hotel. They tracked it and they ran the tape back and seen who it was. And so now his brother's been released. And then of course you had a situation with Nakua and him trying to get some YouTubers and influencers into the facility. McVay shut that down, and then now you have the situation in reference to the anti-Semitic TV celebration that he said he was going to do. So I don't know what's up with Puka. Maybe he's mad. You know what? I know exactly what's up with Puka. Puka's mad. You know why Puka's mad? Puka is one of the premier receivers in the NFL, almost 2 years back to back. Lightweight should have been the rookie of the year the previous year. And you know how much Puka Nakua is going to make?
Hmm. Less
He's
than college players.
he's just he's due to make $1 million next year. But guess
Oh
what?
yeah.
520 of that 520,000 that goes to taxes.
Right, because he got every right to be mad. I'll be mad too if he balling out like that. Rams going on pay the man. They gonna pay the man eventually. They gonna pay him. You know.
So I would like to think that, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
Mm.
It's business and it's unfortunate, but I really think that, I mean, let's be okay. They might pay him, but we Puka is kind of injury prone. So let's say doesn't have one of those minor type injuries, and he gets one that's maybe midi or major in what is, like I said, 1, 2, 3. So this presumably, unless they do a 5th year extension, this is his next year is going to be his contract year. Now he can do like some people do, decide to hold out and get an extension early on the 4 years and then go and go and play, or he can play through the contract, and then if he comes out productive like he's been, then he could basically get his payday. But it's going to be rough getting there. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah. I don't like the way they do. The rookie contracts I think last too long. I think they're gonna have to shorten those if they wanna. If they want to compete on the college level. Otherwise, players just go stick in college. Like, yo, if I can keep this bread over here, then what's the point in coming out right here? I think you're gonna start seeing more players taking a 5th year option too. You know what I mean? In college, just because of that. Like, I think you got to shorten it. I think it's 4 years or something, that rookie contract. I think
4 years with a fifth year option.
I think you got to shorten it to three. I think you got to go
3 years with a
3 years.
4 year option.
Yeah, 3 years with a 4th year option or something. I think you got to shorten it in order to make it appealing. Otherwise, college players are gonna say NIL is better than the NFL right now. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of making the money for some of them, not everybody not on the same level, but you know what I mean. It's like it's
Yeah.
gonna start to impact you getting the creme de la creme of the players right away. If you don't start thinking about making a change to that. But I'm sure the NFL is ahead of that, and I'm sure they're thinking about that. Like, hey, shorten that rookie contract.
I mean, I would think so. You would hope that, but like you just said, the NIL money is starting to wet some whistles. But it's interesting. So I would, with that being said, I would wonder what as today, if those who know, Bolitnikoff award winner, Malachi Makai Lemon has decided to forego and go professional and enter into the NFL draft. Right. So I wonder what was Lemon getting at the college level to make him decide, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go pro.
Mm.
I like because I mean, of course, I think he's probably going. I mean, he's the Biletnikoff winner, so he's definitely a first rounder. Well, presumably he's a first rounder. You would
Right,
think that because a lot of the teams we talked about it last week, a lot of the teams are everyone's not quarterback starved. So
right.
now they're starting to be receiver starved. However, or they need, or now it's the opportunity to capitalize on adding and putting together some receivers here and there. What would Makai Lemon look like in Cleveland with presumably Shador Sanders if Shador can potentially beat out Dylan, or I mean, let's be honest, he has to
It's
be
gonna be
out Dylan
Deshaun Watson.
and Deshaun Watson now. So add Deshaun Watson into the equation. Now he has to say all my life, I got to fight. It's what we fit to hear from Shador. So say, but someone like that, Jacoby Lane, another receiver out of the USC camp that's getting ready to come out. You have some, and you still got some players like Luther Burden in Chicago. He hasn't had a year yet, but he might have a breakout year next year. So it's going to be some. We seen Ibuka what he had. He kind of tailored off right now, but he had a hell. He was salacious at for a second. It's you don't know. It's like it's. I think it's going to be a
Yeah.
uh receiver
Uh,
rich league. And then
Burden,
not to
Burden,
mention, huh?
Burden stepping his game up, but then you look at Golden. Golden for the Packers was expected to be big time, and he been hurt a lot. Like, he was expected to be big time, but he been on the injured list a lot. He just now getting back out there. I seen him play last week, but he ain't played much this season because of injuries and stuff like that. So, all the projections of the top receivers, Ibuka balled out. For a while, but it kind of tailed off. Like Tampa Bay fell off a little bit, and I think it's more trying to, you get Mike Evans back. It's more trying to get Mike Evans. I wouldn't want to be Baker Mayfield to try to spread that ball around like that when you got three dogs on the field. And then when you're looking at wide open opportunities, you say wide open opportunities for wide receivers. I think Dallas could use another wide receiver. I think the Giants, if they stick with Dart, that's all they should do is get like wide receivers. Get somebody that so you don't have to run as much. Get somebody he can throw the football to, other than Malik Neighbors.
So well, you got don't disrespect
One
Robinson.
day
Don't
off, one day
disrespect that
off.
man. All year you gave that man the business saying, "Who's this guy? This guy is what is the NFL's fantasy football top receiver in fantasy points." Robinson has been doing it. I
One day off,
slept on
Robert.
him. It's wild. You know what I'm saying how that's going. So of course you got that. Again, I see how you tried to slide that in there talking about the Cowboys can need the Cowboys do not need another receiver.
Yeah,
Flournoy
we do.
has been good. Turpin has been serviceable, and you got Pickens and CD. What y'all need
Well, you got
another
to pay
receiver
Pickens
for?
first. We don't have Pickens until he pays. Like we got a 1 year deal with Pickens. Pickens ain't. We don't have Pickens until he paid it, so you don't know how that's gonna go. Like he say he want to be a cowboy, but you know what? I tell you a story I heard today about the young man that got 14 million from Michigan, Bryce Underwood. I heard a story today. A colleague of mine was telling me that they heard it on the radio about him, about saying that I want to be here, I want to be there. Said all his life, all he wanted to do, ever since a little boy, he wanted to play for the LSU Tigers. He wanted to be LSU. So he went to LSU. They partied, they threw it, they did everything for him, right? brought out the former alumni and all that stuff, right? Said his whole family was like, "Oh, he wants to go here. Oh, y'all don't even have to do this. It's guaranteed that he's going here." Where did he end up going? Where did he end up going? So you can say you want to be there, but that money talks. Michigan gave him 14 million. You know what I mean? As a freshman, as an unproven freshman, not even proven, not even played. So money talks. I'm saying George Pickens is on the market, people. He's gonna be on the market this offseason.
Where else do you perceive? So, do you think? Let's do a deep dive into this. Do you think, or let's say, put yourself if you was Pickens, are you going to where the money? Are you going about? Is it about the money for you, or are you going to where you can compete for a championships or compete, just compete in general? To be, you ain't got to be competing for a championship per se, because that's what the compete aspect of it is. But where you can go and play, you could potentially be in the running to be in those tops. Like, which one are you doing? If that's the case, what's your mindset going into this?
Well, there's two teams right now where you can check both boxes. You know what I mean? Where you can get the money and compete. One of them is Buffalo, who might just well be in the Super Bowl this year, and they're gonna fall short because they don't have receivers. You know what I mean? And then the other one's the Baltimore Ravens. Like Baltimore needs, they need Zay Flowers is decent, but they need some help out there. Those two teams got the money. They got the money to pay you, and they competing. Like except for Baltimore this year. We don't know what the last three games gonna hold, but it don't look like Baltimore gonna compete this year. But they've been competitive, and then you got to throw the wild card in there. The Kansas City Chiefs got money. They got money. Mahomes gonna be out a while, but a healthy Mahomes coming back. I mean, they got money. I mean, you see Xavier Worthy and Rasheed Rice ain't cutting it. Nobody just really want to go there, but I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna put it out there. Those dudes, everybody was like, "Oh, when they come back, they gonna be burning it up." Man, them dudes can't catch. Boy, they can't catch the same. They can't catch a cold in the winter. They can't catch a cold in a snowstorm. You know what I'm saying? With nothing but boots on. Look at them. They can't catch. That's the one thing you got to be able to do if you're gonna be a receiver. Trey is catch, and those dudes can't catch it. The Chiefs led the league in drops. They lead the league in drops. That's what I say. Like currently, they lead the league in drops.
So, and the reason I said that or asked the question is because, like you just said, you just gave the reason of where there's potential competition competing for championships: Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
But then you got the ones that can throw money at them.
Mm. Yep. Arizona can throw
What's
you a
going
buck
on,
like
Jay? You got the ones that can throw money at them, which is Cleveland to
hmm
get him there, which we just talked about, Deshaun Watson and um, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel,
Sure. hmm
Shador Sanders. You got that. Who else might be willing? Someone might. The Titans might be willing to
Right.
get, even though they have young talent. The Titans might be willing to get him there. Who else is another team that might need another receiver? Um, that might be willing to pay big money. I was about to say Atlanta because their expectations when they get um Penix back from his injury. Hell, we might be, it might be a swap or something like that where they might be willing to let DJ Moore walk out the door in Chicago and then picking up Pickens.
Oh,
So
here's the thing. Do not let Pickens go to Chicago. Cause that man with Ben Johnson's mind, ooh boy, I wouldn't want to be the opposing team if he went to
another one I was about to
Chicago.
say is, are the Chargers on the clock? Keenan
Yeah, I
Allen
was gonna
has the
say
lead.
LA. Yeah, I was gonna say LA.
McConkey. Like,
hmm
so it's a lot of them. Oh, he can link up with his man, McConkey and Pickens again, from the Georgia connection. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So now that you say it, maybe it ain't a slam dunk.
No, it's not a slam
Maybe
dunk.
so. I
And
mean,
we
but it'd
already
be
gonna be
interesting.
over the
I don't
cap.
think he's walking out the door.
you know. But we're gonna be over the cap, so if we're gonna make a move, we're gonna have to make it in a hurry. Because I'm hearing we're gonna be 48 mil over the cap or something like that. Like we're gonna be almost 50 mil over the cap by the time things done. So I think they're gonna have to do some restructuring of Dak Prescott contract again. They're gonna have to do certain things just to make it work. Um, and Dak's been pretty flexible with that restructuring his contract. to help get players. So I don't know what Jerry gonna do, but Jerry got to do it quick. He can't let it linger like he did that Michael Parsons thing. You know what I'm saying? He can't let it linger. You got to come with the dough, Jerry. You know what was that show? Jerry Maguire. You know what I'm saying? Show me the money.
Show me
Show
the
me the money,
money.
Jerry. Show me the money, Jerry. Oh, the dude's name was Jerry in the movie. Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
So it's I mean, yeah, it's a lot of when you come in that, and it's so many now you think about it's so many different nuances and stuff like that. Because now you gotta take in consideration what if well no it's I know it's not gonna happen, but
Oh,
I was about to say what if
I don't mean to cut you off, but y'all need a receiver after this Brandon I puke thing. That's the
another
Brandon
trade
Ayuk.
off. Another trade off.
And you know Kyle Shanahan got that game to get players up in there, man. Like, look, we already, we just challenged. We just right there. I can hear his pitch already. The picking. We right there. We on the cusp. You know what I mean? With you, we can get over the hump. I'm just saying, y'all need a receiver too.
That with you that was a good point. So but when even when you look at it right, and I was just about to say it's a possibility when you look at it. It's I mean I can deal with the trade off. Like okay, we lose Ayuk. Ayuk goes to Dallas. Pickens comes to San Fran. Now he's linked up with a elite tight end, an elite running back. He has some young pups that still Jennings, depending on what we do, if we play Jennings or not. Um,
Mhm.
he still got Parasol. We haven't seen he has a recent. We haven't seen his full potential, and then whatever else, it might be a couple of other things we might pick up in the draft here and there. We might let some young dandies or find the recruiting department find some young talent. So I can do that. Like I said, I could be with bringing Pickens in as long as he's going to be what I never want for 40 for the 49ers or any team for the most part. You don't want that cancer in the locker room, as they say. And I don't use the term cancer loosely, but if you don't want that person that's in the locker room that's going to be that comes in, especially if you're coming in off and you're not a part of the, you haven't been a part of the team culture, and you're coming in, and because now things ain't going your way, you start AJ Brown in it, and then now you start to
Mhm.
fracture the infrastructure of the team, and now you got problems. And we just signed you.
Mhm.
No one wants to go through that, right?
Hey,
Uh,
all I can say about San Fran, man, is I hate giving y'all props and credit, but what an impressive job Shanahan is doing this year with all those injuries. Him and the coaching staff, I know it's a collective effort, the players and all, but man, piecing that together and still might win the division. Like like this game tonight gonna have so many implications on that. But man, I gotta like I said, the no excuse list, man. Shanahan, that's gonna put him at the top. You got to finish this deal one of these days. You got to get you a Super Bowl, boss. You got to get you one because you right there, and man, you out, you coaching your behind off. Like I mean,
but
I'm not
again,
gonna.
I think is a welcome back. He's like, yeah, we might, you're right, James, and I'm hoping for it. I'm there for it. Anything to take off a little tread off the tires to get us in the position. Because the last time we had a missed amount of injuries or a missed amount of injuries on defense, it wasn't pretty for us. And then we came back the next year, went to the Super Bowl, we just didn't win. So we're in that same type of same vein. The only difference is we got Robert Salah. That's the only difference, honestly. And he's got that, he's been masking some things, and he's got that defense playing where it's like, what I'm saying, you can sit up and think about, like, damn, what if Bosa and Warner, I mean, was healthy? What would this potentially be looking like? Williams, he's out. So we've it's a lot of holes on the defense in which next man up mentality is in play, and which has been doing. But of course, we know it when you get into those Super Bowl. I mean, to the playoffs. Even though you're playing the same type of teams, you're playing a better caliber team, and you're playing teams that's all play. Everyone's playing like there's no tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Arizona, where
But
y'all at, man? Arizona, y'all on the clock. Y'all on the clock to get it right and join the NFC West party, man. Like y'all the only team that's lacking in that division. And throughout history, y'all been that since that's been a division. Those four teams have been there. Y'all have been the slackers. Pick it up, Arizona. Y'all compete once or twice, every 5 years or something, or every 6 years or something. Like get competitive. I don't know what it's gonna take for that organization to switch and stay competitive, or be competitive for for 5 years
We
straight? Can you be competitive 5 years
We
straight?
could we could be looking the wrong way. It could be a situation to where Pickens goes to Arizona. Arizona ends up moving up to get Mendoza, and now you got
Ooh,
the Pickens. You have Pickens and Harrison and
that's
Trey
very
McBride. You have you got Connor coming back, and be like, I don't know. It could be we could be looking the wrong way. We omitting some stuff. It's a
mm.
lot of stuff. The one thing
Yeah, it's a
the
lot.
only thing we know for sure is that Mendoza isn't going to any of the teams, the five teams that need that are on the bottom, unless it's
Hey,
the
I heard
Jets
once today.
is subjective, and the Raiders.
The Jets, if the Jets get the number one pick, they take Mendoza. If the Raiders get the number one pick, they take Mendoza. However, I heard something floated because currently I think the Giants are in that spot or down there.
Them
So
trading back and picking up some capital.
well, I was thinking them. No, I heard. What if the Giants was to say, "Hey, we're gonna draft Mendoza and then trade Dart"? You know what I'm saying? Put Dart on the market. Like, hmm, you know what I mean? Ooh, I was like, now
Shake it
that'll
up.
stimulate your mind. Yeah, that would, you know, hey, that's doable.
It is. Or I mean, one thing we gotta take in consideration, the new nuance, as we know potentially what's going on. Miami just benched Tua, in which
Ooh,
Tua said himself, like, I haven't been playing. So now what do we look at
wow.
it? Is this a reality check moment for Tua, or is it something yet to come to where it's probably Tua's last season in Miami at this point? So it's a lot of stuff that's potentially going on down here. I mean
I
that's
think
down going on down there. But we know Tua isn't going to play. Your man Ewers gets to start
Quinn
and probably is
Ewers,
going to start the
oh,
rest of the year.
and that's a good move, but it's too late. Man, I wonder if you're trying to win or what you're trying to do. Sometimes these coaches have too bigger egos and they ride with their guns too long. This move should have been made. This move should have been made a month ago if you was trying to save your season. I mean, you started winning some games, you was picking up a little momentum, and then you let it fizzle out because you ride with this guy too long. And the coach, I think the coach and quarterback in Miami are gone. I'd be surprised if both of them stay because you gotta keep in mind a new GM is coming in, and we know why the Dolphins were playing so hard through those stretches. They even played hard in this last game against Pittsburgh. They just wasn't no good. Pittsburgh just wanted that game more. But my thing is, Trey, before we get off the Miami Dolphins, I just want to put this out there about the Miami Dolphins. The reason why that team picked up their play is because the dude that brought them in was fired. You know what I'm saying? The guy that was in charge of personnel, now they all was fighting for jobs. Am I gonna be here in Miami? I gotta audition for another team. I gotta. You feel what I'm saying? When you get rid of the general manager, when you think about it, it really shakes things up because he put together this personnel. You know what I mean? Like he brought these people in, and that guy that believed in me is going. I better play now.
I mean, not to mention, like you just said, that McDaniels was fighting to save the season. He wasn't fighting to save the season. He was fighting to save his job. So it's like in state, because what already the Patsy was already the general manager. He was gone. So it's like all I got to do is be faster than the last man, and that's what
Mhm.
basically McDaniels did. He became faster than the last man, where it was able to seemingly put it off and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is where it's at." And then now he's in position. All he has to do is hold on to where he can at least get one more season out of it. I think their brass will give him at least one more season based on the new GM that comes in, and if they can work together. Because in state, the GM, I'll be honest, if I was a GM, as much as I know the type of mindset and type of coach that McDaniels could be, I will let him know you got one season.
Really? I got a question. Let me ask you this question. You wouldn't try to talk him into just sliding over. Hey man, go to offensive coordinator. Let us bring in a coach to coach this squad. Let you do what you do best, man. You design these plays. I mean, seriously, because that's what's going to happen when he loses his job. When he
Yeah, he's
loses
gonna go
his
somewhere
job as
else and
head
be a
coach, he gonna
offensive
go somewhere
coordinator.
and be
He's
an
going back to
offensive
San
coordinator.
Fran.
So I might make him that offer before I put him out the door. You know what I'm saying? I might make him that offer. Like hey, just be our offensive coordinator. Let us slide a coach in here right
That's a hard sell, bruh. Can you imagine that? You sit up and they sit up and come to you, be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You had a good run and tap you out. And that's what happened to Ed
quick.
Ogeron, right? When the Ed Ogeron coached USC back into some type of prominence, and they came and was like, oh, they appreciate it, Ed, and went and hired somebody else. But I think hired Helton. And then Ed was like, the hell with y'all. Same thing they did with Chu with what's his name out of Tennessee. All those USC office coordinators and stuff like that that was around and was waiting in waits. And what did they do? They went outside of the family and brought someone else in. So they went on about their business. And that was what Ed did. He's like, oh, this is what y'all do to me. And he
Hey,
went on
but
about his
hey,
business.
gotta make a offer. Hey, I would at least make McDaniel's that offer before I say, hey, out of here, because no way am I gonna give him another year. You know, what we're gonna see, him do the same thing with another quarterback. It's like, no, I want to get somebody in there that's gonna develop these players. I mean, A Chain is too good of A Chain is too good of a running back to be wasting it, man. You got some good players. I mean, you're gonna probably lose Waddle. You're gonna probably lose Waddle. He's gonna probably want out to go somewhere to be competitive. So Tyreek Hill gonna be down for a while. You're already looking at different receivers, so you got to get a quarterback in there that's ready to go to work, and you got to get a coach in there that's prepared to to put something together. Because it's sad to have all that talent in Miami and to see them not going nowhere, man. See them not
Hi,
doing nothing.
Kyler Murray. Enter Kyler Murray to the MIA.
Hey, that might be a good fit. Hey, it's a couple of places I think Kyler Murray might be a good fit. You know, but Miami, that might be a good fit. That might be something to do. As you say, as a bridge quarterback, while you get ready to get you one, get you one that's gonna be your franchise. Because I don't know if Kyler Murray's a franchise quarterback, but I know he can ball a couple of years, and with better coaches, we'll probably see him thrive with better coaches.
And for the most part, like we sit up and always talk about it, like we don't really know what it's the dynamics. Like we truly don't know what the dynamics. We just talk about, and just like James was talking about how it's Tua and Mike McDaniels is bad coach is a bad coach. He's a bad coach as well. But like you just said, you get Murray there, it might make McDaniels might get real slick with it and they really go to work. Who else is some other places? We was just talking about what's his name out in New York, New Orleans.
Uh,
The
talk
coach.
about Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Kellen Moore. We was just talking about Kellen Moore out in New Orleans last week, and said like once he get his footing and he gets that quarterback, we know what Kellen Moore can does. Air raid. He comes from the air raid offense era. It's probably inevitable before he gets into his bag. Like he's show has been playing, turning around and showing up. Is it will show get shunned to the left when they just drafted him
But
in the second or third round last year? But what we were starting to realize is people starting not to care about that. Like we just talked
but
about Tua.
but NFL culture is becoming a buddy system with the coaching, right? Like the culture of the NFL is, I'm a rookie head coach. Now I'm just bringing my buddies along with me that was on the staff that I came from, and sometimes that's working, and sometimes that's killing your brand. Like it's
Uh,
not working for Aaron Glenn. You know what I mean? But it's working for Ben Johnson. It's not working for Aaron Glenn. I'm saying like it's killing and I think it's because more experienced offensive coordinators and stuff. I think it's hard for them to want to go play, coach for a rookie. I mean, well, work under a rookie coach when they feel like they should have the job. So I think that's killing the breed. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on right now where it's like, yo, why these rookie head coaches can't really get good coordinators right off the rip? They having to do too much. Like McDaniels, he designing the plays. He calling the plays. I mean, that's cool to be the play caller. McVay does that, but McVay has an assistant. You know what I mean? Somebody to help out. Like Shanahan has somebody to help out. Like I'm not sure McDaniel's has that. I think he's pretty much on his own, and then have to worry about the other side of the ball too. I just you got to get some balance in there. You got to get like you got to be able to focus on the overall picture and sometimes let you know sometimes let the staff handle the rest. But I think what you're seeing is that trend. The rookie head coaches bringing their buddies with them. Like, go to somebody else team, go to somebody else team and poach their offensive coordinator or something, or they quarterback coach or something. You know, mix it up a little bit.
So, as we said at the top of the hour, tonight's game, the Los Angeles Rams facing off against the Seattle Seahawks. Presumably, not presumably, if the Los Angeles Rams they've already clinched a playoff berth. If they are able to get the dub tonight, they will win the NFC West outright. Whoop de doo. However, if the Seahawks can put up the upset, now the Seahawks put themselves in first place in the NFC West and the NFC, but it's very snatchable from them because San Francisco could come back and beat them over the course of the next 3 weeks. Could come back and beat them, and as long as they went out, be victorious. As they got games left against Indianapolis this week, Chicago next week, and in the season against Seattle. All
Hey,
Seattle
San
got to
Fran.
do, huh?
Hey, San Fran. You better not lose to Phillip Rivers.
Well, who knows? We lost to Brissett, so who knows? But so that's where they're at currently. Although Collins showed out last week, the Los Angeles Rams are without Devontae Adams,
Mm.
and all they got is Puka Nakua for the most part. Although Corum
NFL.
has picked up, the
Mm-hmm.
war, the Williams and Kyron Williams and Corum and the Corum connection has been formidable, and so they've been doing a little thing with that 1-2 punch from the backfield. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm hoping that Seattle can pull this off and kind of like stall the situation with the win tonight. Seattle gets their berth into the playoffs, and so now you have two teams from the NFC West that are going to be in the playoffs. As we talked about, I think a couple of weeks ago, the expectation is that three teams from the NFC West are going to be in the playoffs, and we're going to see how it goes from there. So I know when I looked at the scenarios, all the scenarios currently point to one team losing that is basically unlocks your door for everybody else. Who do you think that team is? I'm probably sure you know already.
Oh, one team losing the Rams.
No, actually it's the Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah,
If the Detroit Lions lose, everybody you get a berth, you get a berth, you get a
yeah,
berth. Everyone gets a
yeah.
berth
The
if the Detroit
Detroit
Lions
Lions.
loses.
Yeah, I forgot the Detroit Lions. So the Lions, because they the last team out. They sitting in the eighth spot, right? Because it's 17 up. So the Lions, that's an interesting topic right there. I can't see the Lions. I can see them missing the playoffs because they've done it pretty much my whole life. So it's nothing new, you know. But they have been better these last couple of years. But I mean, in these last few years. But it's got to be one of those things where uh, Jared Goff, man, you got to be the sickest man in the land because yo, you was riding high. You went to a Super Bowl. You know, man, you was living a life in LA. And then you go to Detroit, and y'all been decent, and y'all been winning, but it's been a reality check. You just been held right there, and it's like, and then if Matthew Stafford makes it to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, then you got to watch that guy again. You know what I'm saying? That guy that they replaced you for, that guy that had a losing record, by the way, before he went to LA. You know what I mean? Like that guy had a losing record.
The
You know what
only
I'm saying?
thing that the only thing Golf did was show that he can win in Detroit. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like golf, man. It's gonna be sad when they don't make it. And then, what does that say for Dan Campbell? Like, what does that say for Dan Campbell? I mean, he
Can't
had
get
this,
over the hump.
but he has this big, like he got this big bravado, this big presence about him that says, "Hey, we changing the culture. We doing this. Looks like you can't change the culture without your coordinators. They gone. What can you do? What can
So
you do,
he's
coach?"
So we think about it. He's been better than most in that case, losing their coordinators. So he's weathering
Mm,
he's weathering
really,
the ship. He's weathering
really,
it. I
he
mean,
really
so think about
because
it.
Sirianni changes coordinators every year, and his team is still competitive. I mean, you no excuses, Trey. Like, no, no, no. I'm watching Sirianni do it every single year. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm watching. Shanahan just got Salah back last year. I watched Shanahan go through those transitions. Man, I'm watching the team McVay going through those transitions, losing your coordinators and still being highly competitive. Like, nah, Dan Campbell, I gotta see it from you, boss. Like, you talked all that noise. Where's that?
And that when you just said that about McVay, it just made me think McCarthy is still out there as a court as a head coach as well.
Right. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, you really have to start to look at the landscape. Like, hey, Dan Campbell, where's that? Like, no excuses for you, man. You said you got this. You said you building a culture, a tough culture. Let's see you do it. Let's see you do it. I get you going in house with your offensive coordinator. I don't, we talk about the offense a lot. We don't really talk about the defensive side of the ball, but his defense, it's been all right but since Glenn left, but it ain't been really great. Like, like but we always keep focusing. Everybody focuses on the offense, but he lost two coordinators, and you see his team. Wow, 8-6 wouldn't be bad if you know, the coach, but but you were 15-2 last year with
Hmm.
the same, and you pretty much got the same team with a few more players. I know you got a lot of injuries now, but you got a few more players than you had last year because last year y'all were the walking wounded and y'all went 15-2. So where's that, Campbell?
We're gonna definitely see you out. We get a chance to see it firsthand tonight of where it's at. What would you say for the elevation of play for JS in Seattle?
Oh man, uh, this dude, he nice. Um, I'm gonna go out there and say probably the best receiver Seattle has had as an organization early on right now. He probably go, depends if he stick with it out there, man. He look at Steve Largent, like legend, like legend, like out there, right? But I think, it's gonna come to a head when it's playoff time because Sam Darnold, hey man, you tipping your hand too much. We know when you need a play. We know where you going with the rock, buddy. Uh, so look for some undercuts. Look for some jump routes in the playoffs. Look for some. Oh, I made you think he was open, but step in front of it. So I think it's going. But overall, it's gonna be up to hey, you know what's coming. Can you stop it? And JSN looking like he up for the challenge, but is the quarterback though. You're only as good as the person that's throwing you the football. So, but JSN, man, I thought he was gonna set a record, but he done slowed down a little bit. But I thought he was gonna go over 2,000 yards.
It was looking promising for him, but I mean, like you just said, he's showing like he's that dude right now. Like JSN is
Oh
showing
yeah.
he's that dude. He can make it happen. What's going on, my brother?
And look, I'm gonna put this out there. He good, but we only seeing this because um, the best receiver in the game has had bum quarterbacks this year, man. Let's just keep it real. Justin Jefferson ain't had no quarterbacks this year. Like if JJ had some quarterbacks, we would not be talking about JSN, Ibuka, and all these dudes as much. And we know it. I know it. At least I know it for a fact. We wouldn't be talking about these other receivers that much because he would be probably destroying the record books if he had a quarterback. He don't have a quarterback right now.
It was I seen a thing. I think it was from a ASAP Sports Network. There was of a graphic that says rank these three. It had Jet, it had Jackson Smith and Jigba, and it had Puka Nakua. My rank was Jackson, Nakua, and Jet. That was mine's based on this year.
Blatant disrespect. The man ain't got no quarterback, man. How
That
can
ain't
you
got nothing to
rate
do with me.
it? How can you rate it? He ain't got no quarterback. Like, Ooh, man.
They ain't got nothing to do with
Ooh.
me.
What up, Goat?
What up? What up? What up? What up, man? How y'all living? My fault.
All right,
I
all
had to
right.
get. I had a baby girl had practice today, and they sprung at it. So my bad. That's why I'm on here, jumping on here late. But what's good?
Not
You
much,
you
not
tell
much.
us, bro.
Y'all done already made y'all picks.
Nah,
No,
nah.
no,
I
no,
mean, you
no.
already know. You already know what it is. But no, we ain't made them yet. You still got a little time.
Okay.
What is going on in Philly, bro?
What do you mean?
Y'all got a lob. Y'all got a LeBron James last week.
Man,
That was
What
easy
you
work.
mean?
no.
What y'all mean? What y'all talking
What's
about?
going on? No, I don't know where he going with that, but I can tell you this. Man, my team is just pitiful. Pitiful. We
I mean, you act like that's something
Philly,
new to you act like that's new to
no,
everybody. That's
Philly.
not new.
Hey, Philly. Hey, Philly. Go ahead and take the division for the first time in 20 years, for the first time in 2 decades,
Repeat,
back to back.
repeat division champions. No, I mean,
Yeah,
it,
man.
it is what it is, man. We ain't playing our best ball for sure. That's definitely not what's happening. However, we're doing enough to stay above ground. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get to the play. Well, we'll be in the playoffs, but hopefully we'll do better
Like
as
we
we go.
said last week.
What I don't like is the fact that everybody's not jumping on the bandwagon. What I would say is everybody's all hyped about what we did to the Raiders. The Raiders was a high school team.
That's
Stop
why I'm
acting
saying
like
it
we
was a
beat
lob. It
somebody.
was like
Like we beat somebody. We didn't beat nobody. Who hasn't beat the Raiders? Khalil Hyde beat the Raiders. Brennan to beat the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Any high school out here is beating the Raiders in
first
Vegas.
permission to
That's
beat.
nothing. We put up 31. Everybody, look at we put up 30. So you put up y'all put up against the replacements. Y'all put up 30 points against the replacements. Stop acting like we did something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Oh, we look how well they look. No, it's a facade. Don't think that that's what that is. That's because that's not until y'all do it against a formidable team, which I'm even a bit nervous that we got to play Washington almost back to back. We play them this week, we skip a week, and then we play them again the last game of the season.
Marcus
Even though
Mariota ain't no punk.
yeah, and I'm a bit nervous to be honest with y'all. I can be honest about it. I'm a bit nervous about the fact that we finna play them twice back. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, hopefully we'll get both of the dubs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Because when
But
you
either
look at it, Mariota came into that game, wheeled them back into the game, and
yeah,
legitimately had Denver on the ropes with that last with the going for that 2-point conversion, and it just so happened that Bonito was able to get the hand up and knock it down. He ain't put enough air on it to sit up because they was dead in the water.
right.
So I can see, yeah, Marcus Mariota. Although I don't know what my pick is going to be, but I can say I don't think it was leaning towards Washington. But now that you say that, Marcus Mariota is not to
He
be
ain't
toyed with.
shabby. He ain't shabby. I don't think let me also say this, right? I'm gonna say this, but y'all got it. When I say this, y'all make sure, especially you, CC, you come back with a response. All right, not necessarily to what I'm about to say, but something else. Let me say this. Let me be just like Stephen A. Smith says. Let me be the first to say I was wrong about Caleb Williams. Let me be the first. I was wrong about Caleb Williams. This man has put these gentlemen in a position to make the playoffs. And this man is playing phenomenal ball now. I don't know what happened over there in Chicago, but in the Windy City, they starting to love them some CJ. I mean CW. They starting to love them some CW. Now, with that being said, CC, I remember there was a time when you didn't believe in them Jaguars, brother. Yet
I knew
still,
it. I knew it.
yet still, I tried to tell you about that man over there. I tried
Hey.
to tell you about Sunshine. All them Jaguars. Look, what somebody talking about them Jaguars was gonna do something. Where them Jaguars at right now, CC? Where them
It's only,
Jaguars?
hey, all my people down in Houston know that's only temporary until they Houston gonna overtake them for that division. Like Houston gonna
Oh,
win the division.
you
Yeah,
think
Houston gonna win
Houston
the
gonna take
division.
over the division?
They already beat the Jaguars. Yeah, they gonna win the division. They beat the Jaguars without CJ Stroud. They gonna win the division. Like Houston is gonna win that division. all they got to do is all Houston got to do is handle business here on out, and the division is theirs. Like a tie with the Jaguars, they already a tie with
Wait,
the
hold on.
Jaguars means they're gonna win it.
Hold on, no. You say that like that's easy. Let me see who the who Houston got left. Because you say that like that's real darn easy, bro. And I need to know who Houston got on their schedule. Because you make that sound real easily there, sir.
It's gonna be easy.
Are you sure? I mean, I need to know because I feel. I mean, you make it sound like they. Let me see who Houston got left on their schedule, bro.
It's easy. They got Las Vegas.
Oh, that's a win.
The Chargers.
That ain't a guarantee. And then what?
Yeah, they can get two out. They can get two out. They could
possibly get two. They got a one for sure.
They got one. They got one in the possible.
They got one in. Yeah, they got one in the bag. That's definitely one book. That's one book. But them other ones is two. Them, like Trey said, them other two is impossible. Them other two is definitely impossible.
Y'all still think the Colts got something on it without Daniel Jones with Phillip Rivers? You think they got something on it?
You act like Phillip Rivers didn't do anything. This man just came off the street and almost got them a win.
Man, stop it. They scored 16 points against the Seattle defense, man. 16 points.
What's Seattle's record, sir? What is
Seattle defense? Seattle got one of the better defenses, top 5 defense in the league.
Thank you. What you not gonna do, CC? You not gonna put Seattle defense in the same boat as Dallas defense. What you not gonna do? That's what you about to do.
What I'm saying is, come on, man. The dude played one game, scored 16 points. He didn't set nothing on fire. He wasn't doing it.
Bro, he did that at the age of 44 coming off the couch. Couch. That means a lot.
It's like down.
That's proves why the Colts.
Grab my shit. Hey, get my cleat. Hey, my cleat. They underneath 2 pillows, about 3 boxes of shoes, look around the corner, and they underneath the blanket. That's what he was doing when they heard Daniel Jones.
All these people that's like, oh, y'all sound just like all these people that's like, oh, these certain players are having their best year on these losing teams. And it's like, dude, it means nothing. You lose it. Like I don't care how great you say he played, they lost the game. And they're going to lose the next game.
I'm not saying he's playing great. What I'm saying is for him to come off the couch.
Right.
Yeah, the man came off the couch.
So
he wasn't a backup. He was this nigga. Right. He was watching the game like everybody else at the crib. Like Trey say, hey, Phillip Rivers is there. Hello, yes. You available? I am. When you need me there, I'm here. Okay, all right. Hey, pack my bag, y'all. Get my bag together. I'm ready. Hey, don't get my deodorant. Get my deodorant.
They say out here, dude, hold my beer.
Like, come on, bro.
Hold my beer, right?
Yeah, hold my beer.
I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So it's likely that he's going to take a beating this week.
Only other person that did that, which we know, the only other person that did that was who? Grump, and came back and won a Super Bowl. But it wasn't 5 years later. It wasn't 5 years later.
No. He was cooking. Flacco, when he first came back.
Flacco, he sure did.
He was cooking.
Yeah,
but he was cooking.
But I don't think he's older than. I don't think he's older than.
41, right? No,
Flacco like 41, 42. Yeah. I don't think he's older than Phillip 44. But I'm just saying, Gronk did it. He only did it after a year. I get it. He only did it after a year. But only other person to do some shit like that was who? Michael Jordan.
Y'all right though. He balling, man. Like I give him.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna come in. I'm not saying. Please understand. I'm not saying he's the savior. He's not a savior. He's not a savior. Now, don't
it's like keeping it 100. You can tell that the coming off the couch was detrimental to him in those last minutes because it looked like he couldn't get no lift on the ball, or he couldn't get his arm rotation right, and he couldn't push the ball down the field. Like it looked suspect. I mean, he made that back shoulder pass to get them in position, but yeah.
Yeah, he definitely ain't got his stamina that he had. We talking 5 years, bro. At 5 years, bro, they looking at you for
the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. That's what I'm just about to say. At 5 years, they looking at you for the Hall of Fame now. Like he done cut his shit short. Now he got to start all over again.
Now
you know what I'm saying?
31.
Yeah, now you got to wait a whole nother 5 years because he came back. But I mean, I'm mad props for him to come off the couch and do that, bro. Because too many people.
Are y'all doing that? Like, let's break this down. We got a couple of minutes. Let's break this down.
Doing what?
We're talking about Phillip. We ain't talking about Michael Vick. We talking about Phillip Rivers. The possibility of going to the Hall of Fame.
You're right, Michael Vick.
Well, no, I was about to say, but we know Michael Vick.
He went to prison,
first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Phillip Rivers, it has more of a possibility to be a first ballot Hall of Famer than Michael Vick does. So we're talking about potentially a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. We know he's up there in the top. He's within the top 10 in passing yards. Are you trading that in on the cusp, like literally on the cusp, like not weeks?
No. So this is my thing, Trey. So I hear what you're asking, but you kind of answered your own question in my opinion, because of the fact is he a shoe-in for the Heisman? I mean, for the Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
Because this is the thing. If he's a shoe-in, guaranteed, like in y'all eyes, is he guaranteed a first ballot to go in? Because if y'all feel like he's a first ballot guaranteed to go in, it don't matter. I'm going in regardless.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm going. If I go back, it don't matter. If it's 5 more.
Well,
years,
he did. Yeah,
you know
I see what you're saying. So in my
anything,
opinion,
I'm patting my stance right now. If anything,
also what he did, in my opinion, he reset the market, because now he ain't got to compete with Drew Brees. He doesn't have to compete with Ben Roethlisberger. He doesn't have to
Brady.
Presumably.
He's going with everybody that retired recently.
Yeah, so now he got to compete with Russell Wilson, maybe Flacco. So it's like he reset the market where it's like I have more. Now it's going to be a little, and he's a quarterback. Like legitimately, think about quarterbacks get in.
Sometimes you be making sense. Sometimes you be making sense.
That's what. So he reset. So I think he probably got advised, and they was like, it's 3 games. Go get you a little loot. The possibility, all you got to do is get them there because they're already kind of there. All you got to do is kind of like get them over the hump. You might make a chance. You got an opportunity, and you get to pad your stats for the Hall as well. So he might have made the right decision in hindsight. Hindsight being 2020, he might have made the right decision.
Put this in a scenario. Say for instance, just like you said, he does get him to the conference championship. Doesn't that catapult him just a little bit more coming off the couch and saying, hey, this dude came off the couch and got him to
that Kurt Warner effect.
That part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly that Kurt Warner effect. Yeah, exactly that Kurt Warner. Like that catapults him.
Y'all assuming they're gonna make the playoffs.
That's it.
Yeah, they on the outside looking in.
Looking in. They are.
Same Houston Texans that I was talking about is right there, but is right there in that 7th spot right now.
Right.
I don't know if
them losing to Seattle probably shut the door from them. Honestly, because like you said, they got San Francisco this week. They got San Francisco.
He only played 1 game.
I don't know how he come back there. Yes, 1 game.
All he got to do is get them in the playoffs, and that's his trophy.
Depends on how well he.
So they got. It's a wrap. So they got San Francisco this week. Next week they got the Jaguars, and the week after that they got Texans.
Texans.
They might win 1 out of 2, and I'm giving them the San Fran win.
Oh wow! He said, "I'm giving them the San Fran."
I'm just playing. Hey, but if Phillip Rivers win that game, man, that's gonna be funny.
Funny ain't even the word.
It will happen to us. It will happen to us.
Word, bro. There is no way Trey would be able to bounce back from that. No way. If Phillip Rivers come in there and beat y'all, oh, bro.
All day long.
Damn it. He almost did it to Seattle, and I went for Seattle, and I was a little nervous. I know we're gonna talk about our picks in a minute, but I was a little nervous because I kept seeing the score flash, and I was like, man, if Seattle just go kick field goals this game, so the real credit goes to the Colts defense for making them kick 6 field goals in the game. Six field
Facts.
goals.
Yeah.
It should be a rule. It should be a rule, man.
Not
You
a
shouldn't be
rule.
allowed to kick that. You shouldn't be allowed to kick that many field goals in a game. At some point, you got to go for a touchdown, man. You got to go for one.
He said, hey, you shouldn't have that opportunity, that many opportunities, especially with the way these kickers kicking 60, 65 yarders, bro. Like, that's crazy.
How about my dude? He golden from 64, but can't make a 44-yarder. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Aubrey, or whatever his name is.
Bruh, Aubrey. I picked Aubrey as a kicker in the 8th round because I know he's automatic. And I was like, you can't be. I was like, once he missed that first one, I was like, this ain't finna go right. I was like, I'm finna lose some of these playoff games in the fantasy. I was like, I'm finna lose some of these games. I was like, I've seen it already. I already can see the writing on the wall. So,
yeah.
So real quick, let's make our picks, and then I want to. I have just like Bishop said, I have something to do. It would be only right for me to do this. CSC is number 1, 250. Rivers is number 2 at 6. Oh, okay. Well, C-Mac, that might be C-Mac's award. But tonight, Seattle, Los Angeles Rams. CC, I think you already know who you got, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Who you got? Who you rocking with?
I'm going with Seattle tonight at home. I'm taking Seattle at home against the Rams. Close game, but Seattle. Give me Seattle. Oh, no Devontae Adams either. No leading receiver in touchdowns tonight for the Rams.
Yeah. That's hard to go for the Rams when they don't even have Devontae Adams, bro. Second in scoring.
You going Seattle too?
Yeah, I gotta go to Seattle. They playing the 12th man too. 12th man, they got to.
It's a clean sweep. Seattle. I can't stand it, but I gotta rock with it. Hawks. Yeah. So one of the things I have to sit up and do, you know what? Something dawned on me, Bishop, and this is particularly for you, in which I think you're gonna take some solace in this. Actually, I think you're gonna basically be very obnoxious with it. But what I realize is Lincoln Riley, although he may have been in a better situation, at a better, presumably a better school, he hasn't made it to the CFP yet, but yet Oklahoma has. Brent Venables has.
That he has, sir.
But that's Mr. I can't stand the coach.
You know what? You realize he don't like none of his coaches.
Riley.
So listen, this is my thing.
He like his daughter coach. Like it's crazy.
Stop it.
He don't like none of his coaches.
Hey, so listen to this, right? So Brent Venables, yes, and Brent Venables.
You back for that light skin Keisha shit?
Yeah. Hey, but Brent Venables and what's his name from Philly, right? So
Sirianni.
Sirianni, Nick Sirianni. So the thing about it, right? It's not even necessarily. I've actually started to like Brent Venables simply because he is the defensive coach, and Oklahoma defense has been doing things that needs to be done defensively. I don't care, and this is the same for Philly. I don't care for the offensive coordinator for Oklahoma. He both him and the offensive coordinator, like these two guys together, I feel like they in each other's playbook for college and in NFL. They make some of the dumbest, outlandish calls ever. Both of these offensive coordinators has their key runner a lot of the times being their quarterback. Don't get me wrong. This is the first year in decades in which Oklahoma has not had a star running back in the backfield. In decades. First time in decades, and we have not had a star running back in the backfield. So that's partially on Brent Venables and his scouting team. We don't have a premier back backing up our quarterback at Oklahoma. Now, for Philly, it's totally different because we know who we got, you know what I'm saying, backing up behind Jalen Hurts. But Brent Venables, he is a defensive-minded coach, and it shows as a head coach. He's calling the plays as the head coach, but as also as the defensive head coach. And it shows on the field. It shows on the field. And hopefully it'll show again tomorrow when we got to play Alabama once again. Because that's who we face again. But
it's hard to be a team two
Alabama has not lost to the same team twice in the season since 1943.
Don't mean to cut you off, but hey, don't forget we got to pick the Saturday game.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
We got 2 Saturday games. That's right. It is 2 Saturday games this week.
Yeah, two Saturday games. That's right.
Yeah, it is 2 games. Yeah, it's 2 games on Saturday. My Eagles and the Commanders and the Packers and the Bears. Yep. Both of them on Saturday. Sure is.
Don't forget we gotta put those in.
Yeah.
I just thought about it when you were talking about the college.
Because the game tomorrow. Yep.
And then, I don't like them Sooners. I don't like the Sooners, but I'm thinking about going for the Sooners in that game. I'm silently rooting for the Sooners because I'm sick of Alabama, man. How many shots can you get? Like, they just go keep you there.
They get automatic bids into the CFP, bro.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
get automatic. Yeah, it ain't nothing that Alabama can do wrong in not getting in the CFP.
Right.
They gonna get in the CFP no matter what, bro. They can lose 8 games. Alabama looked good in the last 8 games. They lost 8, but they look good in the last 8. So let's put them in the CFP.
I mean,
Come on, bro.
Like,
come on, bro.
I guess it works. You see Notre Dame sit up and deny said they wasn't going, and next they walk away. Now they walk away with an automatic bid as long as they're in the top 10 or 6 or something like that.
I don't like that. And I don't like that either. So now you are rewarding them for doing something like they did by saying they're not going to participate in the bowl game. Now you're going to reward them to be in the next one.
But look at what they did. Yeah, but look what they did to Florida State when Florida State boycotted the bowl game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like hurt they brand all the way around, but then Notre Dame gets rewarded at the end.
Get rewarded because they ain't in no conference, so they could do that because they ain't not in nobody's conference. So they're independent, so they out there just free balling. How can you hurt Notre Dame? You can't find them. I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, what can you do to them? Because they're not in nobody's conference. They're independent. What really can you? How can you punish them?
That's true.
So the other 2 games, of course, one I think we already know what it's going to be. It's probably another clean sweep. Philly and Washington facing off in Philly. I think this one's in Washington.
It's in Washington. The last one.
Y'all last one is going to be in Philly. So Washington, Philly. I rock it first. I'm taking Philadelphia in this one. Although we just talked about Mariota, I would err on the side of caution and thinking that Washington is going to that Philly is going to continue that. All they need is 1 win, and they're in the playoffs. If they take an L, now we got to wait another day. So I'm taking Philadelphia on this one. CC, who you got, Philly or Washington for Saturday night football?
I hate them have this. I don't like neither one of these teams, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Eagles because my team just want to give it to them. And to that guy that put that thing up said, "Hey, Dallas Cowboy fans, how are y'all?"
But it's crazy.
We feeling just like y'all, sitting at home.
It's so crazy because Eric of Minnesota, y'all allow Minnesota to be a deal with y'all, bro.
It's crazy, bro. It's nasty work. That is nasty work. It's like Philly's like, here. No, Dallas, here. You have it. Dallas like, no, we don't
want it. We don't want it. Take it.
You're gonna be sitting at home.
That's crazy. That's mad work right there.
I'm sure, Bishop, you rocking with Philly on this
one,
correct?
Know I'm rocking with. Yeah, you already know I'm rocking with.
So this is where potentially I'm very sure the rubber meets the road, and we probably go opposite ways. This other game is the Green Bay Packers against
this is gonna
the
be
Chicago
a game.
Bears. So it might be the best game of the week. It is.
This is gonna be a game right here. People sleeping on this, and this is gonna be a game because for one, a lot of people are not believing in Green Bay because Micah Parsons is out. He's down for the season. He's gone.
Out of there.
So Caleb does not have to worry about Micah at all. He's done. Going for the season. Now, can Love produce on the road in Chi-Town, Windy City, against a Chicago team, which I just spoke about? Caleb Williams got that team clicking on all cylinders. It's this possibly, let me look. But this, like you said, Trey, this possibly is the game of the week, bro. Oh, yeah. Looking at all these, yeah. That's the game of the week, bro. Without question.
I mean, next to this one, you forgot this one tonight is probably the game.
Oh, you want this one outside of this one. But I still think that game, I still think the Packers game and the Bears game is a stronger game than this game tonight, in my opinion. Because again, the Rams don't have their key wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. And the Green Bay is going to be, okay. But I mean, that's the same thing. But when you look at it, Green Bay is going to be, I think Wicks, they might be missing Wicks. I think he injured his shoulder in the last game. So they're going to probably be without him, but they're also without Parsons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it's going to be a cold game.
It is going to be a cold game, but I'm going to go ahead and get my pick out the way. I ain't done this all season. I'm going
for Chicago.
I'm going with Caleb Williams in Chicago in the Windy City.
There you go.
I'm going with Chicago and Caleb Williams. I haven't done that all season. I talked bad on this young man, and I had to, bite my tongue on that because this man has proven to be a true quarterback for this team, despite all the things and all the adversity he has gone through last season and this season. You talking about a bounce back? When you want to talk about a comeback player, you could actually say, even though he wasn't injured, Caleb Williams has he done showed up and showed out. He done showed up and showed out. So I'm going Chicago.
I'm going to second that motion. I'm rocking with Chicago on this one as well. It's interesting because I think, if I remember correctly, Chicago was my third in our preseason when we first started our kickoff show with Chicago. I had Chicago. I felt Chicago was going to be a force, but I didn't foresee them as being where it was.
You did say that.
I thought they was going to be. I thought they was as minimum was going to be third, and then of course you had Carolina. And when you look at it, all the teams in their division is actually pretty good. And when you take a look at it, they're evenly matched. Like in my opinion, the worst team in the NFC, the worst division in the NFC is the South, within the East. But then I foresee the North and the West as the predominant NFC teams, NFC divisions. But I'm taking Chicago as well in this one. CC,
I'm taking the Packers. I'm riding with Jordan Love. I said that that was my Super Bowl pick before the season started, and I think
you did.
I picked them before they had Michael Parsons. Before Michael Parsons was a thing, I think Gary them still gonna get after Caleb Williams, but I also think that Green Bay just got their number. I think it goes back to Aaron Rodgers when he used to say, "I own you, man." Until you Packers, they own you.
Yeah. All right, so that's where we differ. That's where the road separates.
That's where it separates. Yep.
The fork in the road. All right, that's what's up. I believe in Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love. I like what he's doing this season. I spoke highly of Jordan Love in the beginning of the season.
You know what? If you think about it, Jordan Love was the last time a quarterback, a bridge, like I said, my term, the bridge, a quarterback sat behind somebody and waited their turn, and when they got in, they represented. If Jordan Love was the last one, since then it hasn't been like that. It's even people have been thrown to the wolves, or what it has. But I believe it was Jordan Love. He was the last one to sit up and do that. Sat behind Aaron Rodgers, and then 2 years later he got his chance and he didn't disappoint. It's been a slow rise, but now he's playing like he can play. This is legitimately him. We've seen it before. We saw it with Romo. Interestingly enough, I didn't realize how efficient Dak was, or how pretty good Dak is. I didn't realize that until recently. Okay, Dak ain't that bad. We talk about him, but Dak isn't bad at all. When he
stopped practicing them hip thrusts, he got better. Doing all them damn hip thrusts before the game. Once he stopped doing all.
You remember that? There you go.
When he stopped doing them hip thrusts on TV, he got better. But no, Dak. But Dak, like Trey said, I totally agree. Dak Prescott has been very impressive this season. He's definitely done what he's supposed to do out there on that field. I cannot believe, in my honest opinion, the record in which they have, the Cowboys, doesn't speak on how well Dak has played. You would not think Dallas would have a record that they had. Yeah.
I think where they went kind of wrong at. We can't hear you, CC.
CC, you muted me, CC. Something happened. You muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. What did you say? You said something.
Now?
Yeah, we gave you what you said.
Oh, I said that Eberflus led defense, man. That defense is what's been killing us. I'm not gonna put it on Eberflus himself, but I'm saying, woo, man, we need some work on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and that's crazy because I just want to say, what was it, last year or 2 years ago? Y'all defense was something to be reckoned with. When y'all had Micah, y'all was doing some things. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had them.
That's when they had Diggs,
Yeah,
Bland,
all playing that DBs. Y'all was doing something. Now it's the roles have reversed.
Overshown.
Yeah.
Overshown, yeah. The roles have reversed, and that offense is doing everything, and now that defense ain't showing up for nothing.
So now, in my opinion, that front seven is still could be potent. I think like coming back next year, they're with Overshown being the whole time, and now they got Williams and they picked up some pieces. In my opinion, I think it's definitely that next level for the most part, or the other side of the next level, and the corners, because I think it's cooked. They're cooked. They had Stephon Gilmore. They had Diggs, where we all know Diggs' weaknesses. He's too aggressive, and now he's getting injuries prone. Bland is coming back, and look, he's about to get surgery again potentially, so he's going to be out there. But y'all do have although
I like the young guys.
Yeah, y'all got a young guy.
I
think y'all young guys are split. Is one that's pretty good. Is other one that he can be good, but he tends to get cooked a lot too.
Number 25 and number 34, man. I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah, 25 gets cooked a lot.
He's just saying Bridges, I think, and the other one's
Bridges,
Jackson, something like that.
Yeah, Bridges, that's his name. Yeah, Bridges. Yeah. My thing is this, and this is my thing for CC. What are y'all gonna do with Pickens?
That's what we just talked about that earlier.
I missed it. Okay, like, what y'all say? What was the conclusion?
I was like, Jerry got to pay him. You got to pay him way quicker than he pulled that Micah, because you know they finna line up for him, man. You know it's gonna be a line around the corner for him.
You already know. People are already putting in a bid. They already sending text messages. I'm telling you, he getting text messages right now, bro. Telling you.
I told Trey already. He said, "Oh, I want to be in Dallas until that money started talking. We finna see."
All right, I was wondering because that's the talk right now. Everybody wondering what they gonna do with Pickens.
They gotta pay him like as soon as the season over. You gotta make him an offer.
I don't know if y'all talked about this because I got on late too, and this is off subject, but it's still on subject. Do you know for the Heisman? I really didn't even know who the candidates were this season. The Heisman hopefuls, the Heisman candidates. This is probably one of the weakest Heisman candidacies I've seen, in my opinion.
Well, for me, I knew Love. I only had two in mind for most of the season, and that was the Mendoza. And
Mendoza?
Look, I'm gonna put that out there. Mendoza, because what he did, like Indiana, man, they ain't never been this good. They probably will never be this good again. I mean, let's just keep it real. It's Indiana, right?
They're a basketball team. They're a basketball school. They're basketball school. They ain't known for football. They're a basketball school.
I mean, sorry, Signetti, but I'm just saying you didn't see this coming.
You're right.
And then Jeremiah Love, man, I saw him play with Notre Dame. I saw him hurdling defenders. I saw him, Barry Sanders juking defenders, running them over too with the power. So I was like, yeah. So those two I had. The other two, Pavia, ain't that his name?
Pavia.
Yeah, Pavia, something like that. Well.
And then what's the other one? Julian Sands. I didn't have them two on the list. Remember, it was Dante Moore, and earlier in the season, it was Dante Moore, Arch Manning, and all those dudes.
Yes, all of them. Right. They fell off. Exactly. Them the two I knew. And then when it came time, I was like, "Ooh, it is the Heisman." I was like, "Hold on." I was like, "Wait a minute. I don't even really know who in the race." Like I knew, I knew about old boy from Indiana, but I didn't really actually have an opportunity to watch him play, see his games, to see how well. Like normally, I try to follow and see who the candidates are, and I try to watch or try and catch one or two of their games to just see what the hype is about them. But I didn't get to catch none of these guys' games because I was just like, really? But in my opinion, I just felt like this was one of the weakest Heisman Trophy candidacies I've seen in a long, long time.
I agree.
Which to me, and the only reason I said that because I said that to say this: what is the draft gonna look like? we don't have no big names coming out in this upcoming draft.
So
like,
I think they have big names. We was talking
big names though, Trey.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like names, like you be like, yo, nigga, where he going? Where he going? You know, like we ain't got none of that.
The big names this year lie in the receiving cores and maybe some defensive backs. Yeah, I think that's what. I don't know if it's any trench players or anything like that. Where the bigger names lie. And then, of course, we know Mendoza. He's going to be the big fish, Heisman Trophy winner, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, but
I think Mendoza goes one, and in the top 3, Jeremiah Love goes somewhere in the top 3. I think Mendoza goes first. The Giants currently, right?
It's the Giants. Okay, I didn't know if it was Giants or Arizona. It's the Giants.
So if the Giants, yeah,
it's Giants. They might pick up Jacoby. They might pick up Makai Lemon.
Yeah, they might take a receiver. But I was like, if
they don't need a quarterback. Yeah, the Giants don't need
Jeremiah Love. They might take Jeremiah Love, but I don't think he's gonna be number 1. I think Mendoza gonna find a way. I think somebody gonna find a way to get that number 1, and it's gonna be Mendoza.
I think old boy gonna go top 5 too, from Michigan. What is the running back?
Dang, I can't think of the name right now.
The number 4, Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now.
Is it Michigan? Wait, am I saying that right? I gotta find out.
Well, they got a freshman quarterback. They had a decent running back.
I know it ain't the quarterback, but it's a number. Is it? I want to say he's Michigan.
No, Ohio State.
Is that who it is?
He's not coming out, is he? He's not coming out, is he? Is Smith coming out?
No, it's one. No, it's one. No, they talked to him. He don't have to, but they questioned him the other day about it, and he was like, in layman's term, he was like, it would be best for me and my family if he were to come out. He said he hadn't made a decision yet, but it would be best for my family and my future. So it was a running back.
He's gonna be the next good receiver, right? Jeremiah Smith gonna be another good receiver, right? Like Ohio State just.
That's what they breed. They breed receivers. Yeah.
Remember when they used to pump out running backs?
They did. Zeke and Eddie George.
Like, remember Maurice Claret was supposed to be.
Remember Claret? Yeah, Maurice Claret.
Yep. Like they used to pump out running backs. Now
they did. They did. Now they doing receivers. Yeah.
So
this year, I just that's like I said, I only brought that up about the Heisman because I know, following after that is closely, after this, the draft is coming up. So a lot of people trying to see where they sit and who's going to be getting the number 1 pick. And I just couldn't even fathom outside of who won the Heisman, who could be in the top 5 picks of the NFL draft coming up. From what I could see, that was throwing me. And then I didn't find out, I felt like they really didn't even have a big hype on old boy who won it out of Indiana. The quarterback, old boy you just talked about.
Mendoza,
thank you.
Fernando, Cuban descent.
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Damn, what this? That ain't him. Who's that? It ain't Michigan. What is it? Old boy from Ohio State? It might be Ohio State.
You talking about the wide receiver from Ohio State?
No, he's a running back.
The one I'm talking about. Jeremiah Love.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love. That's him. I didn't hear the name. That's him. Notre Dame. That's him. Number 4. Number 4. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. That's him. Notre Dame.
So interestingly enough, as I'm looking at Bill Yates's the last one he came out with, he has Love going. I just passed it. Let me see. Jeremiah Love going to Kansas City at 14.
I don't know. Kansas City like to pick them off the grid players. They don't never pick the name the name brand players. Yeah. I don't know.
And the top 2, he has the top 2 spots going to with the New York Jets trading up taking Fernando Mendoza, and the Las Vegas Raiders taking Dante Moore out of Oregon at the 2.
I thought Dante was staying in. We don't know if Dante coming out yet. I thought Dante was gonna stay.
I ain't heard.
And then he has Carnell Tate out of Ohio State going to the Cleveland Browns at 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is Dante Moore? Is he?
He's only 20 years old, right?
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
He
might not come out. You know what?
He might not come out.
He might not, but I think a lot of it's going to depend how far they go into the CFP though. I think that's what's going to determine whether or not he chooses to come out.
I think so. That or I think how much money Oregon gonna throw at him. Like if you can get more money, see the NIL money. We was just talking about that earlier too. If the NIL money is better than the rookie contract money.
But Oregon is not going to throw no money at him if they don't think that he's going to move the needle for them in the CFP. Because Oregon at this point is another one of those teams that kind of could pull in some people from the transfer portal. So so they're gonna Dante Moore was pulled in from the transfer portal, just like Dylan was pulled in for the transfer portal. All their quarterbacks outside of since Herbert left has been pulled in from the transfer portal. Nix was pulled in from the transfer portal.
I'm so tired of the damn transfer portal. They need to get rid of that shit.
But that's that Phil Knight money, man. That's that Nike money, man. They got Nike money out there in Oregon, man.
I thought they got Nike. I thought they were Jordan. They ain't Jordan. No, they Nike.
No, it's Nike. It's Nike, but it's Nike. Yeah,
I thought they had the Jordan contract. Oh, I thought they had the Jordan contract.
Phil Knight from his company is
that's his school. That's his alma mater.
Yeah.
Nike is in Oregon.
Yeah.
So, they got that Nike money, man.
Yeah,
running short.
Yeah, he a sophomore. I think it all depends on what he do in this CFP, whether or not he chooses to come out or not.
I remember when
he played at UCLA before he came to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when the NFL they didn't come out early, right? And it was like they wouldn't even draft you if you trying to come out early at certain positions,
right?
Especially like quarterback, running back. They wanted you to.
They want you to get all that. They want you to get all that knowledge. Yeah.
Now it's
now
competition.
Oh yeah, now they'll take you at a freshman almost.
Yeah, for real, it's too much competition now.
It is. It's way too much competition.
Do y'all see the USL getting any better with all this NIL talent? Like after college, you can only play so many years, and there's only so many slots in the NFL. Do you think a lot of these people start going towards the USL?
Yeah, I think it's lining up for the UFL to truly be the farm system for the NFL, because now it's going to be peppered with more talent than what it is, which is probably going to be a short time coming. Because I just realized, Bishop, because I was going to sit up and be like, hey, bro, let's start hitting up some of these Brahma games and see what we can add there.
Oh, the Brahmas no longer exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't exist. I found out the hard way too. I didn't know that either. Somebody told me they was like the Brahmas don't no longer exist. I said, what?
Yeah, I found that out this week.
Yeah, they don't no longer exist. They did that shit quiet. I didn't hear nothing about that. Somebody had to tell me that the Brahmas had no longer existed. I was like, what? Like,
this touchdown. This was their last season.
Yeah, touchdown. Yep, Seahawks. Yeah. Zach with the TD.
Now we got to transition to the gunslingers.
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio gunslingers, baby.
Gunslingers.
Well, y'all fellas have a great night, man. I gotta get off of here.
All right, bro. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, y'all be safe on that road. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow anyway. So
yeah, for sure.
All right. Peace.